Hi Scott, quick review of your video. Okay, as you pointed out in your email to me that yes, the narration needs a little bit of work. We'll talk about that in a minute. I want to go over some of the points I really liked in your video. One was they had some very imaginative images, especially like the beginning image with the Google slap with the fish across the guy's face. Very graphic, gets your attention right away, gets you wondering what's this all about. So some good use of images. And we're going to go into that a little bit more. One of the other things I really liked was it's informative. I think anytime that we create a video, it's just like creating an article or creating anything else that we're going to put on the internet, we want to put things out there that add value to the internet. Not just anything just because, but because it actually adds value. And I thought yours was very informative, very good for anyone who's interested, kind of like a primer to get started with Facebook ads. It's enough there to introduce them to it, and that's fantastic. And I liked it the way you went over some of the basic do's and don'ts and things like that. So I thought it was a very informative video. Now let's go back quickly to the images first before we go into the narration. And with the images, one of the things I would have liked to have seen with the images was a few more images. You've got to remember with video, the whole thing is that you've got the engagement factor and the movement. So by having images, a few more images, and shorter intervals where you're soon changing images, I think you could add some. I saw a couple places where you could add some in, and if you did that, it just makes it a little bit more of an engaging video. It's, you know, people only want to look at the one image for so long, and then you want to be shifting to something else. So go over it, have a look back through your video, and just see, okay, I could add an image here, I can add an image there. I'm not saying, you know, do it now. This first video was just a practice run. It's kind of a way to get used to the software and everything. But now I'd like you just to go back through the video and just have a look and see what kind of images you think you could add in at other points. It's a good exercise to do just to get used to that. Now, as for the narration itself, yeah, you need a little bit more animation in your voice, and that comes with practice. Obviously, it's not going to be the first try, but what I would do is this, is take the script, think of yourself as an actor. You know, an actor sits down with their lines, and they practice them again and again and again. You can do the same with your script. You can hold it up in front of you, just do read-throughs. For example, Shakespeare. You know, if it was just Romeo, O Romeo, wherefore art thou Romeo? It doesn't have the same to it. So you want to be working on Romeo, O Romeo, wherefore art thou Romeo? Something along those lines. You want to get that feeling in. So I picked one of the lines out. This is at 3 minutes and 44 seconds in your video. I picked this line out so we can just go over it, because I thought especially this line would be one you'd want to really practice on. The line goes, so how can you start exploiting the popularity and massive outreach of the Facebook network and gain maximum exposure for your business? Now remember, this is a question, and it's a question that should really be grabbing the interest of your viewer. And a couple things in here are like exploiting the popularity. Exploiting. It's a great word and it really gets attention. Massive. Again, massive. It's something that you want to put emphasis on. And gain maximum exposure. Again, a benefit. Gaining a maximum exposure for your business is a benefit. So let's look at that and let's try to get some emphasis on those words. Remember, it's a question. So the so is just what has to have a questioning quality to it. So, how can you start exploiting the popularity and massive outreach of the Facebook network and gain maximum exposure for your business? So notice a few things there, a little inflections, a little emphasis on some of those words. For your business, going into the question sound, right? We want to get that question sound in there. Same with the so, you had a bit of a question there. So I would take that line and just use that line as a practice line now. Sit down with it and practice getting that kind of emphasis into it, getting that kind of intonation, the questioning quality in there. One of the other things I noticed in your video was at the end of your video, you've got video created by ScottThrall.com. Good, get your URL up there. Making money online is easy, let me show you how. Okay, now I realize that this video was a practice video and this is not the traffic generation video that we're going to be doing in a later project. However, even here already, since you're doing basically a kind of a call to action at the end, it could be turned into a stronger call to action. One thing is to always just tell people what to do. Tell them where to go. So I would switch that around a little bit. Making money online is easy. Let me show you how. Go to scottthrall.com. Right? Just get that in there. And you could have that in the writing here, but you might also want to get that into your narration. So you're telling the person at the end, okay, now I can help you, and go to scottthrall.com. So it's that call to action. Always, anytime you're putting a video up on YouTube or anywhere else, and you're it's a video that you're using to drive traffic or to get your business message out there, then you want a call to action. What to do after they've watched this video? Where should they go? Obviously, you're not going to be doing this in the next project, which is your lessons. Although even with your lessons, you can do a call to action at the end, like go on to the next video. And you notice I do that with a lot of mine. I'll see you in the next video. It's kind of a trademark phrase that I use. Okay, that's basically that's it. Basically, the main thing, the most important thing I think for you right now is to practice the narration. The narration, yeah, you do still sound like you're reading it, and that's a good first go, but you want to be getting that so that people are really engaged by your reading. So practice, practice, practice. If you can practice reading to your friends, I don't know if you have children, it's a great thing. I used to read kids' books to my kids a long time ago, and that alone is great practice because you're getting that intonation there, getting that flow to the reading out loud. It just takes practice. Practice that, and I think in your next videos I'm going to see some massive improvement in the narration. Thank you.